Hey Cancer, welcome to your second half of June reading. I hope this finds you well. Not really date or time specific. Please know that if the message speaks to you, if it storyline resonates, then it's likely your message no matter when you come upon it. But I do like to let you know when it's being posted. It just helps people navigate the channel. Anyway, we do have Mercury going retrograde coming up at the end of the week. So if you're starting to feel the weight of that, back up your computers, clear the air with anybody you have a misunderstanding with, and prepare for a blast off. I am pulling two cards, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So let's see what comes through. And again, feel free to flip the energies around. So if this side that I say is the masculine is really you and you're the feminine, that's fine. Just flip it around. Oh, feminine gets Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Card number 1. Time to collaborate. And the masculine gets card 63, Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Right? Nothing's wasted. Nothing you do, no energy you put out there. Obviously, if your energy is positively intended, it's not wasted. I like that. But time to collaborate. So that collaboration feels like a 3 of Pentacles to me, working together. Collaboration. Okay. So now I want to pick one card for just you Cancerians watching this. These readings are general readings for the collective. They won't resonate with everybody. They're good for Cancer Sun and Rising. So if you are here as a Cancer Sun or Rising, this card will be for you. I love this deck, the Sacred Traveler. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Beautiful. That looks like the Phoenix, right? Death card may come through in this reading. We'll see what that brings. If the story doesn't speak to you, if the reading doesn't speak to you, that's okay. You can check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign if you're here as the Cancer Sun or vice versa. You can also check out the videos in the readings in this series that align with your divine counterpart's sun or rising sign. So a couple places you can look to see if messages are there for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider joining us and subscribe. Like the video, click the bell, and for those who are returning, you know how much I appreciate you. All right, so masculine energy here, 8 of Wands, feminine, 4 of Swords. This can be a card of healing. It's very often a card of healing, but it's also very reflective. And every time I see this card, I think of Mercury retrograde, almost pulling back, right? Swords are our thoughts. It's communication. So I almost feel like it's a pulling back, being more guarded, being more reflective. And here's this masculine energy. It was like, no, I want to talk about it right now. So that's interesting energy. Let's go ahead and see what else comes through. Page of Wands, definitely wanting to kick things back up here, communicate some, oh wow, a lot of wand energy. This could be a fire sign that you're dealing with or have a lot of fire in their chart. So, interestingly enough, this feminine, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups. We've got some emotional overwhelm, a lot to process, possibly a lot of options, a lot of confusion here. But it feels more at the emotional level because we do have the 4 of Swords, which would tend to have me believe that this feminine is in the energy of healing. Past, we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy there. So could be that this is about a King of Cups. or it could be the feminine's energy was in the King of Cups. So I'll explain that as I clarify. And then going forward, moving toward this 10 of Cups, the happily ever after, the nirvana, a total state of emotional contentment and fulfillment. I like where that's headed. Masculine right now wants to talk about reigniting this little, I mean, this is a flirtatious message here. It is lighter hearted. It is trying to kind of strike the match again, reignite the flame. But it's not the Ace of Wands, is what I'm saying. It's a page. Pages are messengers. Here's the message. Let's communicate about the passion. Let's reigniting the passion is what this masculine's agenda is in the present moment. Past energy, 9 of Pentacles, that's connotes somebody who's independent, single, on their own. Very much an attractor, very able to attract to them all that they desire. They do struggle with a love life. It can be a single woman, which means it could be about this feminine. It's also Virgo energy. For some of you, that will be important, but it may not be. Anyway, going forward, not giving up here, 9 of Wands. So there's some sort of perceived challenge that this masculine will continue to push forward. That 9 of Wands is like you're on your last leg. Can't lay the burden down yet. You're not going to give up, but you don't know that you have much more go in the tank, if you get my meaning. Not sure you can continue moving forward, but you haven't yet given it up. Okay. 8 of Wands, please. Seven of Wands. There's some defensiveness here, possibly resistance. Hermit, more Virgo energy. Interesting. Kind of reclusive. Somebody who is resisting. So the communication is being resisted. And I feel that the resistance is by the feminine. I'm only saying that because I see someone who's kind of shut down here and a little bit overwhelmed. I'm seeing a masculine who's wanting to reignite this communication, at a passionate level, but is meeting with some resistance with somebody that's unapproachable. And I was feeling this energy over here, which is also Virgo energy, that 9 of Pentacles, as the feminine. So I do feel that, yeah, this is this is definitely a struggle for this masculine. 9 of Pentacles in the past. I've got it spot on. 9 of Pentacles, there's the 4 of Swords. So I do feel something happened here. Some healing was needed. I'm getting, the Spirit's just taking me in what I like to call the, circle of insanity, leading me back to the beginning over and over again, lets me know that I haven't maybe quite got it figured out yet. Either that or it's just a real simple storyline that won't take me long. But I feel that there's some healing with regard to communication. This masculine's trying to break through is maybe being resisted by this feminine. That's what it feels like to me. And some healing was needed around some energy of communication. One more card. Yeah. Outside interference, this 5, it's been a conflict between these two. It can be that there's something blocking the communication, but it's like a conflict that has to be sorted through. It could be another person. It could be energy. It could be your distance from each other. That 5 of Wands can be a lot of things, but it feels like it's putting pressure on this connection. And that's why there's all this retreat by the feminine. Unless I have it backwards, and in that case, by the masculine. Page of Wands, present, trying to deliver this message, trying to communicate, deliver a message of inspiration and excitement and passion. Wow. Hierophant. Woo. There's the King of Cups. So where that takes me is, I have a funny feeling, since I see the King of Cups here for the feminine in the past and the Ten of Cups going forward, and in the middle here we've got a lot of healing going on, a lot of emotional overwhelm, a lot of confusion over the options, what kinds of feelings have to be processed and worked through. I'm seeing a masculine who wants to communicate some form, in some passionate way, about commitment, about being a stand-up person, right? The Hierophant Taurus energy is you're standing in your convictions. It's about our belief systems. It's our values, our morals, but it's also about commitment. Pope. And then we've got this King of Cups. The King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, is very emotionally available, high vibration love, generally compassionate, open-hearted, giving and nurturing on an emotional level, but they kind of struggle every now and then with finding the words to communicate their feelings. And that may be what happened. That may be what happened here, is that communication, whatever communication was in the past, was problematic for these two. Maybe this King of Cups, which I think is over here, didn't get the words out correctly, or didn't even come forward with their feelings about commitment, and now they're ready to communicate and they're being shut down. Going forward, though, there's no quit in this masculine. They will persevere. It is definitely an I'm gonna crawl kind of energy. I will do whatever it takes. I'm not giving up. Yeah. 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. 2 nines there. That is like wrapping up some serious lessons here the hard way, but I feel like emotional wish fulfillment here in this, like the wish fulfilled for this masculine would be to reset, to reignite the spark, to communicate about the situation. Yeah, 9 of Wands under the deck. Definitely wants to return. Definitely wants to return. Tricky part is, and I'm glad it's underneath, because for those who are new, when I pull from under the deck, it's like the unconscious energy for the person I'm reading for. So for this masculine, it's kind of what's driving their behavior, right? It's almost as if this person really wants to return impulsively. Passionately, yes. Impulsively might not have the staying power that this feminine needs, because look where this feminine is headed. So I feel growing pains here is what I feel. 4 of Swords for the feminine, showing up in that healing energy, reflective energy. Healing after some form of rejection. 4 of Cups on that 4 of Swords. Feels like this feminine might have perceived everything as if they were being friend-zoned, or may in fact be friend-zoning this masculine right now. I think they were friend-zoned, because here's this 5 of Cups right on the 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups is regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, but it's also a card of mourning and grieving and sorrow and sadness over what has been lost. If you look at that card, for my goodness sake, all the attention focused on those 3 cups that are knocked over. Look what's right behind him. The 2 of Cups. That's a soulmate card. So I almost feel as if the feminine, if the feminine feels rejected by this person, there's sadness and grief about that. Does that make sense? I feel like that's what it is. I feel that there's a lot of emotion here this feminine is trying to heal from, some form or perceived rejection, perceived emotional withdrawal on the part of this masculine. I don't think that's what is the real case. I think it was misreading the situation maybe, or the King of Cups not being able to communicate the feelings. I'm going to look at that right now. King of Cups, please. Yeah. Feminine thought Feminine thought that the feminine was dealing with a King of Cups, and what they got was a King of Swords. Iceberg City. Little cold, little detached. That makes sense now for the Four of Cups. Not at all warm and fuzzy. With regard to this, I mean, happily ever after is what this feminine was after. Got an icy reception to that. Got a very icy reception to that. Yep. In the energy of the High Priestess. In the energy of the feminine, the Empress. Motivated by that energy. Motivated to move toward this Ten of Cups. But got a very icy reception. Thinks, hey, I'm dealing with someone who's emotionally available for me. And there's romance here. There's love here. And then got kind of shut down. Or dealt with in a way that felt rejecting. Notice I said felt, because I don't want a bunch of people yelling at me in the comments that I'm bashing anybody. I'm not bashing. I'm talking about someone's perspectives or their perceptions. Thoughts are not things, guys. They're just thoughts. Seven of Cups. Yeah. Very emotionally overwhelmed with regard to the past life soulmate. Six of Cups on that Seven of Cups. Wow, we have the 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here. Very emotional reading for this feminine. I do think this King of Cups is the masculine. Wow. Well, that was perceived. I feel this feminine thinks it's over. I've got a masculine trying to reignite the flame, trying to communicate their feelings about commitment and about this feminine. And the feminine thinks it's over. Has possibly checked out. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. I think possibly leaving it over to fate. Like if this is meant to be, it will be. Letting go of it, seeing it as over, which is very disheartening and emotionally upsetting to the point where healing is involved. There are regrets, feeling kind of rejected or iced out on some level. That Four of Cups feels like a total missed opportunity. And there's regret about that or sadness about it. The loss there, I can feel it, is why this feminine thinks it's over. Ten of Cups. Someone coming toward this feminine with love. Moving toward love even. The feminine may be moving toward love. Manifesting that. Yes, manifesting a Knight of Cups. Okay, I feel ya. I get it. One more on that, please. High Priestess. Pisces energy. Using your intuition. Really communicating with your higher self at higher dimensions. This is not a lot of communication here. So even though this masculine is trying to move forward and maybe come roaring back in, that would make them happy. This feminine is really manifesting someone coming toward them with love. And it's almost as if they don't need to talk about it. They're going completely on their intuition. They've got all the tools they need to manifest this. They know it. And underneath, yes, choosing the new path. Wow, I do not see, I was waiting for the death card transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. I was waiting for that. And maybe it'll come out in the extended, but I do see you guys are, there's a miscommunication here. There's a miscommunication. That's what I feel I'm dealing with. Because it really definitely feels to me like you guys are not on the same page, and it's not because you don't feel the same about each other. I feel you do. I feel there's some communication deficits, and that's not going to be made any easier with this retrograde. So this may be something that, if it is your storyline, that you want to consider calling a truce of some sort and just to have a conversation about it. Because somebody here thinks it's over and the other person's like, wait a minute, I'm just getting started. Page of Wands. So I do feel that would be worth your time to invest a little bit of energy into trying to be sure you are clear with each other before it gets even dicier. Okay, Cancerians, if this is your storyline, the link to the extended is right below in the first sentence or two. I'll be over there in just a second to finish out the reading. What I'll be doing is taking the same original deck, and I'll pull 3 cards where I'm looking at the 2 of you now together. Maybe it's like more holistic than the separate energies. Then I'm going to pull a card. What is the masculine not saying to the feminine, but trying to communicate energetically? A message from the feminine to the masculine that's energetic. Pulling a card for you, Cancer, from your higher self, spirit, the universe. Those messages usually come through as clarification or confirmation. Sometimes good advice, or other times a warning, something to be careful about. And then the outcome position, we'll see what's coming down the pike for you. And if timing was a factor, it would show up there, although I already see the Wheel of Fortune here. So if timing isn't a factor, we won't worry about it. We'll know that it will happen in divine time. Some of you say that's your least favorite phrase, but I cannot help you there. So I'll see you over there in a second, Cancer. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on a future reading. Take care. Bye.